Jerry's Bait Shop. You know the place. Well, anyway, life was peachy! Except that every morning, my mother would make me sauerkraut. It was driving me crazy! I said, what's up with all the sauerkraut? And my mother, she just said, it's good for you! And then she force-fed me nothing but sauerkraut until I was 26 and a half years old. That's when the very next day, a local radio station had contest to see the number of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. I won the grand prize. First class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. You know, I'd never been on a real airplane before, and it was really great. Except, oh yeah, 3 of the airplane engines burned out, and everybody died! Except for me. So I crawled, but finally I arrived at the Albuquerque Holiday Inn! And I'm just about to eat that little chocolate mint when suddenly there's a knock on the door. Who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and get some hermaphrodite. He bursts into my room and he grabs my lucky snorkel and I'm like, give it! And he's like, make me! And I'm like, okay? So I took out his appendix and he gave me a colonic irrigation. Albuquerque! He got away with my snorkel, but I made a solemn vow that the one-nostriled man was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I drove over to the donut shop and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he says, all I got was this box of weasels. I said, okay, I'll take that. So I open up the lid and the weasels jump out. No! Get him off me! Get him off me! That's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda. But then one fateful night, she said, Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join the Columbia Record Club? So we broke up. And I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. I put out that fire with my face. Okay, like one time, I was out trying to remove my excess earwax. When I see this guy Marty, he just rolls his eyes and goes, no, I want you to cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw. So I did. He's like, hey man, I was just being sarcastic. This guy comes up to me on the street, he hasn't had a bite. I took a big bite. He's yelling and screaming and bleeding all over. I guess the whole point I'm trying to make here is, I hate sauerkraut! That's all I'm really trying to say. By the way, if one day you happen to wake up and find yourself in an existential quandary, you can take a small bit of comfort in knowing that there's still a little place